Wow, 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 wow. Did that take forever? So, at the end of the last episode, I said I was going to go and off camera do some mining and gather up some resources, and mining I did. So, if we look around here, all of these shulker boxes and this chest here are filled to the brim with cobblestone. This entire area over here was all just stone, and I mined all of it out because I got on a bit of a bender. Wow, yeah. Okay, so I don't think we're going to run out of cobblestone, so let's pop back over to the running away area. Hallo Leute, it is tendedtadpolebiz here, and we are back for episode 6 of Running Away. Now, in the last episode, all that stuff behind me out that way, we finally finished up, so this side of the river is actually finished. Now, I know for some reason, my video wasn't going to sub boxes and notifications were weird with it, so if you didn't see it, I will link that video down below. But the basic of it is, and I can actually fly up here, all of this and this entire side of the river is now completely finished. So this right here, as I said in the last video, is basically going to be the residential district, and then over here, which is why I got all of those materials, is going to be sort of where we put like the shops and other things that are more like utilitarian type of things, stuff that like actually has a practical purpose other than just the houses. And the first thing that I want to do is actually related to something over here, which is in the cow farm. Now, if you look at the farm, you will notice there are a lot of cows, but there is one thing that is not a cow, and that is my horse. Now, we don't have that many horses just because I don't have that many saddles. The saddle I have for this one right here, I actually got when I was fishing earlier. But I want to get a bunch more horses just because, I mean, especially for like an old-timey town like this, I feel like horses would be great. So if we pop on over here, the first thing that I want to put on this side of the river is one that I think we desperately need just because I don't want my horse sitting in the cow pen. So I think the first thing we'll do over here is create a horse corral. At least I think it's called a corral. I don't know what you call that. A barn to put a horse in. So, first things first, let's get a barn in place. Deja vu, I just been in this place before. Higher on the street, and I know it's my time to go. And this is about as good as it's going to get. Now, normally, I would love to put in the road before I actually went and got the horse, but seeing as though it is raining, I don't want to get my horse wet, so let's bring him in first. And now our little horse has a home. I absolutely love just how quaint this looks. Unlike the one in my original area, I did not put in like a little bottom part here, so it looks a lot taller, and I just love how this turned out. Now, I don't actually have a name for my little horse right here, so if you guys have any good suggestions, let me know in the comments, and I'll pick my favorite one, and I'll probably name him after that. I should also add, if you're looking for any suggestions for your horses' names, the two horses I already have are named Zeus and Odysseus. And with the road and a beautiful spruce tree to finish it off, that is about all we need for this little barn here. The next thing that I want to build is something that is going to be a bit more challenging, because I saw an idea online that basically has, I'll have a road go through here, and then it's a building that's attached by like a little archway. It's really hard to describe, but I love the idea of it. I saw it on Google Images when I was looking up like old English village, and so I'm going to try and do that. So let's see where that takes us. For some stupid reason, I decided I wanted to try and do my first take in survival, and it did not go well. So I decided to hop into a creative world and flush out my ideas there, so I will spare you the horrible 30 minutes that it took me to try and figure something out, and let's just go straight to the creative world. And this is the look that we are going for. Obviously, it is not completely finished because, I mean, I know what the roof looks like. I don't need to put the roof in there like that. But the biggest thing for me was this little archway here. And it's not perfect, but honestly, I'm pretty happy with it. The idea that I'm trying to go for is, obviously it's not the same world, but we'll have the road sort of coming in like this, and I just think it's the coolest idea to have a road going through the building, and, you know, we'll have shops or like a cafe or something on either side of this, just so that, you know, it'll actually serve a purpose. But Man, I love the way this building turned out. Yeah, this is going to be great. Okay, let's pop into the survival world and get started on this. However, one thing I forgot was the fact that Ty's house used to be here. If you can't tell, this is directly where Ty's house used to be, and I tore it all down just because I knew I wanted to do something else with this. But we never fully got rid of everything, so this is not suitable to actually start building. So, let's fix that. And now that we have our landscaping done, it's time to get started. Okay, so here we have most of the base for this thing. Obviously the roofs are not in place. I'm getting that one started, but I mean, I was over here gathering some materials to work on the roof, and just look at this. I mean, here, let's get all the way over here. Oh, I absolutely love the way this looks. I cannot wait for it to be done. Alright, let's keep working on it. And just like that, it is complete. And wow, I absolutely love this thing. Now, I did switch up the arch just a little bit. In the original world, I had wood up there. I thought it would be a bit more fitting to have some cobblestone there. I'll probably fill this up, but for the time being, I mean, I think it's good. I'll quickly show you guys the inside. And as always, there's absolutely nothing in here. But I think one of my favorite things is if we go to the top, you can just get a really nice view of the entire little town here. And, I mean, I just love the way that this turned out. And then soon enough, we'll be able to get a view looking out this way at stuff. But, wow, I absolutely love how this turned out. Okay, so now that we have this pretty much completed, what I want to focus on is this area out here. Because I don't want to do what I did on the other side where I make absolutely everything jam-packed. So what I want to do on this side is, and I've marked sort of the center where I want to do it, I want to turn this area into like a little town square. And so I don't know exactly how I want to do it, but the basic idea is I want to put some sort of like statue right there towards the middle. And then all the way around it, I want to have like shops that are all facing the center. And yeah, I hope that makes sense. So let's make the statue first. So as always, I decided to come into a creative world to sort of flesh out the idea that I had for a statue. I don't remember where I got this idea. If it was one of you guys, I feel like it was somebody's world that I toured that was showing me around that I got this idea. If it was you, I'm very sorry that I'm not crediting you because I cannot remember where I got this idea, but I mean, I absolutely love the way this looks. Now, I am not a fan of the little platform I made. I'm not sure what I'm actually going to do in my world, but this platform just isn't doing it for me. But yeah, I love the way this works, so let's put that into survival. And with this, we should be done. Wow, I love how that turned out. I feel like I say that with absolutely everything I built, but oh man. That's beautiful. I mean, does that not just fit perfectly? Oh, I love how that turned out. Okay, I mean, this is like exactly what I was going for. Alright, so what I want to do now is I want to extend the road throughout this, and then I also want to expand it out, because the road is generally about 3 blocks wide, but I want this to be like at least 6-ish, just enough to where it's like an actual town square where people can gather and something like that. So here's the before, and this is the after. Now, admittedly, I don't think I went as thick as I had initially planned. This is only about like 4 or 5 blocks across. So it's not nearly as thick, but I think what I'll do is I'll just kind of have this be a center area, and then I'll have like roads go off from it, because I realized with areas like this, I mean, you kind of have to have a road going out here, because, I mean, I'm not going to make a building so thick that it reaches from here all the way out there. So I kind of need to have roads in this, which isn't really what I was going for initially, but like, honestly, I'm good with it. Well, that is going to do it for this episode of Running Away. We got so much more done than I thought I possibly could have. Now, admittedly, this episode did take 2 days to create, so I know it may not seem like a lot, but I mean, this house that I'm standing on and that building over there, wow, did they take a lot of planning to do. So, hopefully in the next episode, we'll be filling up that area behind me, and who knows what else, because really I have a plan and I always end up exceeding what I thought I was going to do. But if you liked the video, I would absolutely love it if you left a like, and if you're new here, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Tschüss, Kinder.